What's up, guys? So thank you again for watching another week in training. We'll get you started here with some of my hypertrophy work for this week. So as I noted last week, I had to back off from 6 days a week of training to 5 days a week, which was kind of hard because it's in the middle of a training cycle where I had it all planned out, you know. But just because of the gym schedule, and it's nothing I can't work around. So you'll see here I usually start with my upper hypertrophy stuff. There's actually no competition style bench press. It's usually just incline and then close grip. I actually threw out the incline altogether. I did do some close grip stuff. I think after this I didn't film, but I'm really kind of winging it with that upper hypertrophy day. I'm probably just going to hit some competition bench press in that like 6 to 8 rep range next week as well. Then we'll figure it out for a new training cycle. This was my lower hypertrophy day, so this didn't change too much. Only big difference you'll see here is the past 4 weeks I was actually squatting on this day without any belt because I was squatting 3 days a week. Now I'll only be squatting twice a week for the next 2 weeks at least, and probably for at least the next training cycle as well. So to kind of counteract that, I actually added a belt so I could add more load, because again, it's really about how much volume you're using over the course of a week and weeks. So it makes sense now that I'm only going to be squatting twice a week. I need to kind of increase the volume, the overall tonnage on those days. So adding a belt helps me add some more weight, which again is kind of the whole point. When I'm squatting, you know, maybe 3 or 4 times a week, I like to have one of those beltless, because again, that limits how much load you can do in that day. So but those are good. That was actually a PR at 375 for a set of 8. This is a warm-up set here. So this is probably my biggest PR I've hit in a long time. It's just because it's like a plate PR. It's really cool to hit like, you know, a 405 squat or a 500, you know, bench, or sorry, that would be cool. Like a 500-pound deadlift, you know, 5-plate deadlift, something like that, 3-plate bench press. So yeah, this was actually 405 for 5 on my AMRAP sets. And I hit this for 2 triples afterwards, and these felt really good. I felt springy the entire workout, prepared going into it, no real pains. My mobility was awesome going in. So yeah, I really just prepped myself for this, and during the set I knew I had 5 in me. Again, I usually leave 1 or 2 reps in the tank just because it's an AMRAP set, but I still have to do 2 more sets after this. So I hit a set of 3. This is actually the last set here, and even on this final set, which would be the I guess 9th, 10th, 11th reps, my speed was pretty good the entire time. So really happy where I'm at with back squat right now, and I think next week I'll probably try to hit either 410 or, if I'm feeling good, 415 for that AMRAP, and then set stuff up for next cycle. But my best squat ever is actually just 415 for a single, so I'm obviously way above that right now if I were to test. And then I backed off with some high bar regular squats as opposed to pause squats, and again, this allows me to get some more volume in since I'm only squatting twice a week. So probably on my heavier day of squats, I'll probably throw in some high bar stuff, and then on my lighter day, I'll probably throw in some either pause squats or pause high bar squats as kind of an assistance, or what I call like a special supplemental exercise. Moving on to deadlift day, other PR for me. I PR'd on all 3 of the big lifts this week. So this is 405 for a single. It's a nice little kind of prep set there. And then this was 455 for a double. So like I mentioned last week, I was supposed to actually pull a triple, but I just couldn't do it, or I didn't want to go for it. So this week it's actually supposed to be a double. So again, I just increased this number by 10 pounds. Last week was a PR. This is another PR. Form isn't perfect. It's still working on, like I talked about, pulling in a straight line. But again, that's the most I've ever pulled for a single ever than for a double. So good work there. And this was the bench press day. Another little warm up there. And my final PR of the week. This is 250 for 4. Even during this set, I knew these pauses, I would say, weren't true. I don't think those are going to be a competition pause. You know, it's not a single or a double, but either way, I'd like to hold this for longer. So maybe next week I'll just stay at 250, or maybe even just go up to 255 and try to really be disciplined with the pauses. But nonetheless, still a PR. Again, for this training cycle, my best pause single was 255. So being able to hit 250 for 4, then 250 for a double here. I think I hit sort of a triple before this, and stuff I didn't get footage of this week with my actual middle day, so I trained upper 3 days a week. And on that middle day, I just kind of did some RPE stuff with bench press. I hit a double, and it was actually 255 for a double, which is another PR for me. So tons of PRs this week. Training's went really good. Next week, yes, I will have my 6th and last week of the hypertrophy, power, and strength kind of layout. It's going awesome. The past really 12 weeks have been great for me, so I'm just excited to see what I can hit next week. So thank you guys for watching. I'll also have some announcements about my books that are releasing next week. Go to my website to see more stuff on that, and I'll see you guys next week. Take care.